Hi, I'm Zoe. Welcome back to my booktube channel. So today I thought I would just go through some of the books that I have hauled recently and some of the books that I am thinking of unhauling. I am very, very quickly running out of space in my office. I'm really, really fortunate I have my own office at home. I can do what I want in here. I can have shelves up to the ceiling if I want, but I am very quickly running out of bookshelf space. So I've tried to be really diplomatic about it. Am I going to read these books again? Am I ever going to read these books? Am I going to read them soon? Do I need a copy? Could I get it from my library? Could I get it on audio? I've really tried to take myself through it and make some practical decisions about how much space I actually have in here and how many books I can keep hold of. I'm trying to buy less at the moment, which is going quite well, to be honest. I've done quite well there. It is my birthday this week, so there will be some more books coming into my life, I hope. But I am trying to consume less generally. Part of this as well is letting go of some books that I don't need to hold on to anymore, or I'm not interested in reading anymore, to make space for books that I do want to read, I do want to collect. All that to say, we'll get into the books I've hauled, into the unhaul. Let's get to it. The first book I very briefly talked about in my last video, I think. This is Holly by Adalyn Grace. This is a festive spin-off of the Belladonna series. I'm going to really quickly show you the underneath because this is so beautiful. Look at the foil on her. She's absolutely beautiful. And then the absolute best treat for me, the foiled end paper art absolutely took my breath away. This is just delightful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited to read this. Already talked a bit about it. I need to read Wisteria, then I can get to this. Gothic romantasy, absolutely stunning. The majority of this haul is my Broken Binding subscriptions. I am on all three of their subscriptions. Their fantasy, their sci-fi, and their science fiction and fantasy, which is their newest one that's a bit like a blind subscription. It's a new release within science fiction and fantasy. We all knew what this one was. Fantasy subscription, we got the final book in the Between Earth and Sky trilogy. This is by Rebecca Roanhorse. I'm really excited for this because I have heard very, very good things about this series overall. I have really liked the artwork that they've done for this series. I think it's really, really beautiful. So it's really shiny and my light behind it is blinding, but it's really, really beautiful. What I might do is I'll put some B-roll in of all of these books so you can better see them without my box light washing everything out. I'm really trying to go into this series knowing as little as possible because I really want to just enjoy the surprise of it all. But what I do know is that there's a really rare eclipse that happens in this world. And then there is also a passenger on a ship somewhere who is also incredibly important. That's about all I've let myself know because I am trying to be more surprised with books that I've not had major spoilers for. But I like the vibes of this. It seems like there's a bit of fantasy and maybe a little bit of sci-fi as well, maybe. The covers always made me think they were more sci-fi. So I am really excited. I'll be starting with Black Sun, which again, this artwork is just absolutely gorgeous. So that's another stunning fantasy subscription complete from the Broken Binding. Next up is another rounding off of a series from the Broken Binding. This is from their sci-fi subscription. So Children of God is the follow-up to The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. This is a really exciting sci-fi series to me. So the first book, The Sparrow, humanity has finally discovered that there is extraterrestrial life, and there's kind of a couple of sides to how they want to approach it. On one side, you've got the United Nations that want to kind of design a certain approach, but there's this religious group that also want to approach them in a different way. And I think the idea of like religion, science, and politics in this context could be really interesting. What I also think is quite interesting is that the author studied social and cultural anthropology. And I think somebody with that educational background writing a book about first contact with extraterrestrial life is really interesting. The artwork in this, again, I will try put some over the top of me yapping here. The artwork is really, really beautiful. It wasn't what I was expecting, given the premise of this. I wasn't quite expecting the artwork that we're getting, but I'm really, really excited for it. It was very sort of, I want to say cozy looking, the artwork. It kind of gave me that like cozy feel, but I don't think this will necessarily be a cozy story. Either which way, I'm really excited for this. It's nice that it's a duology as well. I'm not diving into another big series. Excited to get to this one. And probably my most excited Broken Binding order this month is The Witcher Crossroads of Ravens, which is a prequel Witcher book which follows Geralt, and I think he's about 18 in this book, and it's while he's training to be a Witcher before he's sort of The Witcher we all know and love from the games and the series and from the books if you've read those. I have not yet, so I'm excited to dive into it in this prequel. I think I've been quite nervous to read the full series, so I'm excited to have this as sort of a bit of a tester really as to whether I'll like the full novels or not. But I'm really excited for this one, excited to see sort of a young Geralt of Rivia. He's a character that I really adore from the video games, from the series, so I am very, very excited for this. This just makes me think of like the Elder Scrolls, like just vibing about on your horse, going from town to town. Takes me back. And last but not least, I'm not going to talk about these for too long because I do a bit of an unboxing and a bit of a discussion of what the synopsis of this series is on my October reading vlog, which will be up after this. But this was very, very kindly sent to me by the author, LL McRae, Lauren, absolute angel, reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I would be interested in reading the series. She'd seen that I'd read, you know, XYZ, thought this might be a bit of me. I fear she may be right. I think this will absolutely be a bit of me. The first book is The Iron Crown. This series is a multi-POV epic fantasy. There isn't any romance, but there are some existing relationships already in the world, which I am a fan of. I also believe one of the couples is sapphic. There's underdogs, found family, there's talking war griffins. I'm so weird. Ancient artifacts, and essentially all marries together the author's love of dragons and epic fantasy, but also with a little bit of a Studio Ghibli vibe as well, which I find intriguing. I'm interested to see where that comes in, especially given the cover. I feel like I have a bit of a vibe already. I'm interested where the Studio Ghibli-esqueness comes in. So again, thank you very much to the author. I will link her Instagram down below so you can go read about these books for yourself. But as I said, I will be talking a little bit more about these in my October reading vlog. I love giving myself more work to do. Editing me hits filming me. And that is actually everything I've hauled recently. It's a very small pile for me. I have been so conscious of what I've been buying. With that, I have got quite a few books to unhaul. We're going to walk through this together. Some of these I feel like they're maybes in my mind, but I also just feel like I need to just let go. So let's get into those as well. This isn't even all of them. This is just to give you an idea of how ruthless I have been and how well behaved I'm being. I'm not going to go particularly in depth into what any of these books are about. I'm just going to kind of go through why I'm unhauling it, basically, just to keep this quick. If you are interested in any of these books, you can obviously give them a quick look up. Some of them I have talked about in a recent video, so I will link the relevant videos for those as well. I'm going to talk about these two together because I'm kind of unhauling them for the same reasons. I've got Ink, Blood, Sister, Scribe. I cannot say that fast. This is a book about books, spooky, thriller. Talked about it in my Spooky Reads video. I will link that. And then Gallant by V. Schwab. Young girl goes to live spooky house with some really distant relatives and chaos ensues. Spooky chaos. I read and enjoyed both of these. Gallant I thought was fine. I liked it, didn't love it. Ink, Blood, Sister, Scribe I really enjoyed. I just don't think I will reread either of these. And I think they're both absolutely beautiful editions, and I think they will make somebody else very, very happy. I'm not going to reread them. I have so many pretty books that I'm trying to only keep hold of books generally that I think I'll reread or that I really want to hold on to. So yeah, I'm gutted, but I'm trying to be good. So these are very sadly going on the vintage pile. I'll also say they were both Waterstones special editions, so they weren't from a book box or anything. They were just like standard Waterstones special editions. Speaking of, this was an Illumicrate exclusive. I liked the first book. I didn't love it, but I honestly fell in love with this edition. It has this absolutely divine illustrated cover that to me just reminds me of all my sort of favourite animes and mangas and danmes that I love. It's just absolutely spectacular. But I didn't enjoy the book enough to keep it. I will not reread it. I DNF'd the second book. I'm not interested. I won't be collecting the second book in this edition. Therefore, I don't think I should keep it. Very sad. The Principle of Moments. I've had it for ages. Haven't had any desire to pick it up. If I want to get to this at some point, I will probably just try find it through the library, audio, some other way. I've just had it on my shelf for at least 18 months, I think. It's been a while. A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. Again, I have had this on my shelf since it came out. The second book is now out. I cancelled my pre-order because I've not read this. That still hasn't motivated me to read it. I think it's time to let it go. I don't think it's going to be what I'm going to get to. I'm not like excited for it anymore. So I'm letting it go. Apparently he's a misogynist. That's enough for me to let go of these. Well, I said I was going to speed through that unhaul. I wasn't joking, was I? That's all I've got for you today. I've hauled some books, I'm getting rid of some books, I'm holding myself accountable. If you enjoy hauls and unhauls, please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to do some of these every month or so. It might be interesting to see sort of how I'm doing with my stop buying loads of books and also unhaul some. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. I'll link all the other places that you can find me where I'm a bit more active. Let me know in the comments some of the books that you've hauled recently. Are there any books that you've let go from your shelves to make space for new pretty ones? If you made it all the way to the end, leave a book stacks emoji because we should be getting rid of some stacks this year. And yeah, I really hope to see you in the next video. In the meantime, happy reading. Bye! Can you tell I've had a haircut and I'm having a bit of a crisis? I don't know what I'm doing. I've not styled it properly today, but I need to film today because I'm busy all weekend. It's fine. Just start.